Aloha, I'm Ashley Colburn on the beautiful island of Oahu for a few days to give you an insider's look at what you can do at this paradise in the Pacific when you fly on Hawaiian Airlines. Hawaiian Airlines is the premier carrier for travel to the Hawaiian Islands and other international destinations. In addition to offering non-stop service to Hawaii from more mainland U.S. gateways than any other airline, Hawaiian also provides more than 160 flights within the Hawaiian Islands, as well as non-stop service to Australia, New Zealand, American Samoa, Tahiti, Japan, Korea, and China. The Sheraton Waikiki, and as you can see from the view behind me, it's one of the premier resorts in all of Honolulu. The Sheraton has so much to offer its guests, from the unique Kai Market restaurant, where local customs and food culture are introduced to the guests, to the 30th floor presidential suite, to the Leahi Club Lounge, and everything in between. The Helumoa Playground is the center of activity for guests at the Sheraton Waikiki. The Sheraton Waikiki also sports Waikiki's first and only beachfront infinity edge pool. It's 5 a.m. here in Honolulu, and while most visitors are still asleep, I'm here at the Honolulu Fish Auction, where for over 60 years, fishermen have begun unloading their boats at 1:30 in the morning in preparation for the Honolulu Fish Auction, where up to 100,000 pounds of fish can be sold each day. Visitors can arrange a tour through the Hawaii Seafood Council and come out and get on the fun of buying and selling fresh fish. I'm here with Brooks Takanaka of the United Fishing Agency. How are you?
Fine, thank you very much.
Well, I've come here to get an insider's look at the auction and hopefully be able to bid on some fresh caught fish.
You probably can, because I got a lot of fish this morning. So.
We have a lot. Now, what type of fish are these?
They're open ocean species or pelagic species.
Okay.
And primarily we're looking at the tunas, marlins, mahi-mahi, opa or moonfish, and again, other open ocean species. Ringing the bell.
The bell is ringing. All right, everyone needs to place their bids.
What they'll do is they'll come up to the fish itself, take a look at the outside of the fish, take a look at the eyes. We do a tail cut, and on the larger fish, a wedge cut, as well as an anterior coring. So this gives the buyer a good profile of what the fish looks like on the inside. So this boat is doing rather well, because the thing is, you can see some very nice prices across the board.
Yeah, 9, 11.
Yeah, now that's a pretty nice fresh fish, and it's also got some fat in it.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
That boosts it up to the 14 instead of the 1380 a pound. 273 pounds.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's a fair amount of change, huh?
Wow. And most of this that's being auctioned, this will all be eaten raw for the most part.
For the most part, yes. But again, as you saw earlier, the different quality involved, and so the lesser quality fish may be used for like cooking or drying or smoking. Whereas the more expensive, better quality fish is certainly used for poke and sashimi.
Well, I have to say, it was worth getting up at 4 o'clock this morning. What an experience, it's so cool. The Windward Coast is on the east side of Oahu and is known for its turquoise waters and fine white sandy beaches. We're here at Kaneohe Bay, where Hawaiian Airlines flight attendant Mabwana Faulkner will take us out in her private boat to visit the Kaneohe Sandbar, where you can literally walk above the ocean and enjoy a day under the sun with a refreshing drink at hand. Mapu, we are literally enjoying a beach in the middle of the ocean.
Welcome to the sandbar.
Oh my gosh, now this is paradise.
It is, it certainly is.
Now you were saying that people will come out here and just spend the entire day, bring chairs, barbecue, whatever they want.
It's fantastic, yep. You can just plop a couple of chairs here, bring some beverages of choice, and spend the day here. So Ashley, welcome to Kailua, my hometown. So one of the great things about Kailua is it's a shopping mecca. We've got fantastic boutiques around every corner. This little strip here encompasses a half a block or so, and there's a couple of really great boutiques here. So this is Kailua living, and this to me is sort of the epitome of all that Kailua is.
This is bright and cheery.
Everything, yep, everything, you know, is sort of reminiscent of the ocean and the sand.
Honolulu has so much to offer its guests with its rich history and cultural attractions. I'm taking Valerie's suggestion and visiting the Bishop Museum to see what I can discover. Hi there.
Aloha. Nice to meet you. I'm Loko Maikai.
Thanks for having me here
Oh,
today.
welcome to the Bishop Museum. So, shall we go into Hawaiian Hall?
Let's go.
All right, right this way.
So can you explain to me the different levels and what you can find?
Yes, so right now we are on the ground floor of Hawaiian Hall. We decided to give each of these floors, it's really its own essence, so we can tell the story in a slightly different way and from a native perspective. On these 3 floors, we tell many of Hawaii's stories, and we try to showcase some of the greatest treasures of Hawaii and of course of our royal lineages, of our ali'i families.
So coming and visiting the museum, you can really grasp the Hawaiian culture.
That is our hope. There are so many stories to explore and so many collections to witness here at the museum.
Now here you have a display of canoes. What were their significance?
Well, part of the important story that we're telling in Pacific Hall is the expansion of human settlement throughout the Pacific. And this is over tens of thousands of years. So what we're looking at is a shared voyaging culture that is true all throughout the Pacific Islands, but also looking at the diversity of our many, many, many cousin cultures, not just Hawaii, but all of the people to whom we are related in the Pacific.
Getting to eat where the locals eat is the ideal way to go when visiting Honolulu, and today I am getting a locals-only food tour with Hawaii celebrity Chef Chai. Hello!
Aloha, welcome to Hawaii.
Thank you. Now, Chef Chai is the owner of Chef Chai's in Honolulu and is also the executive chef for Hawaiian Airlines, who creates island-inspired cuisine for the airline.
Oh, thank you.
So, what do you have in mind for me today?
Well, today we're going to take you to Liliha Bakery. We're going to go opposite. We're going to go dessert first, and then after that, we're going to go to Helena Hawaiian food, the best Hawaiian food in town.
All right.
And after that, come to my restaurant, Chef Chai.
Okay, well, I'm hungry. Let's go.
start. Well, Ashley, we are here at Liliha Bakery. They're known for their Cocoa Puffs.
Oh my goodness.
There are 2 different flavors here. One of my favorite is the cream puff filled with the chocolate mousse and chantilly on the top.
Oh my gosh,
And
this
this is a
looks
new
so...
one. This is a green tea flavor. I
Green
never
tea.
had this before, so I'm gonna try this one.
Okay, let's take a bite. Oh my gosh.
This
The
is so
chocolate
good.
in the middle. I like your style. Well, so from here, we're going to actually taste traditional Hawaiian food, yeah?
That's Helena.
Okay, let's go.
If you're local, you must know this restaurant because this is one of the best local food that you can find anywhere. People will travel all over around the world, and just if you look at it, it's almost like it's like a hole in the wall in the middle of nowhere. But they're busy and packed all day.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, do you think we got enough?
Well, I think this is a true Hawaiian experience.
What
Let's
in the
start
world
with-
is that?
This is one of local favorite. This is a ahi poke. This is called Kailua pig, and this is a poi. This is called lau lau. Inside here have a pork, have fish.
And this is what you were talking
This is
about
one
that's
of my
hanging
favorite.
in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
this is pipi kaula. Pipi kaula is a Hawaiian style beef jerky. So much flavor in that. Sometimes that's all. I just order this only takeout.
Oh my gosh, that is so good.
Normally short rib are a little bit chewy. This one, the way they age it is tenderizer.
Well, I'm very glad I have you to take me around to eat.
Hi Ashley, welcome to my restaurant. You're here at
Thank you.
Chef Chai restaurant on Kapiolani. Let's make a toast.
Thank you for
These
having
are
me.
champagne with strawberry and guava to make it a little bit of Hawaiian. Cheers.
Cheers.
The food that we have today, like at Helena, is more comfort Hawaiian food. This is more contemporary, more modern.
Now, being the executive chef for Hawaiian Airlines, obviously that's a great honor. What does it take to become that?
You know, I think I was so fortunate. I was lucky. You know, Hawaiian Airlines was searching for a chef because when they first hired me about 3-4 years ago, they launching to Asia. So right now we're flying to 4 cities in Japan, to Korea, Australia, so one to Sydney and Brisbane, also in Auckland, New Zealand. We go to Beijing, we go to Tahiti, we go everywhere.
So what would you say your dishes are like on Hawaiian Airlines versus maybe the restaurant or what we tasted today?
You know, the food on Hawaiian Airlines is very similar to the food here. There only some exceptional is because when we create a menu for airline, there are so many rules and regulations from the FDA, but it's very similar. I think people eat with the eyes, so we always have to make the food look presentable.
Oh my goodness.
And this is the salmon roulade. In the center, we have cream cheese and crab meat. This is my first appetizer when we started with Hawaiian Airlines. And this is our signature dish. This is kataifi and magnet crusted jumbo black tiger prawns. So technically, it's a shrimp tempura.
Yeah.
But then we wrap around with the shredded phyllo dough and we fry it on the bamboo so you can take it.
The presentation is beautiful. Well, Chef Jai, you've mastered it all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything.
You're
it's
welcome.
really
You're
delicious.
welcome.
I had so much fun on the island of Oahu. Thanks so much for joining me. Now I'm off to my next Hawaiian Airlines destination and I hope to see you there. Aloha!